Morning, morning, morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we're honoured to have Jamie in the house, all the way from what island?
Yeah, Northern Ireland, yeah, Belfast.
Northern Ireland, Belfast, and he's a football, you could say football fanatic. He lives and breathes it, and he educates the children. So maybe he's taught your children in your school somewhere around the country. So
Probably have, yeah.
nice to have you here today, Jamie.
Cheers, mate.
So Jamie, what kind of person were you when you were in school?
When I was in school, I was definitely, in a sporting sense, I was like really curious. I was always trying like every sport there was, like always wanted to get involved and stuff. Was quite good in school, but like I knew deep down I didn't want to do like the classic sort of like 9 to 5 job, or like I did well in exams and stuff, but I knew like when I was older I was always going to do something a bit different. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I loved school.
Okay, that's good. So, what was your journey from school to where you are now? Tell us a bit about that. How did you get to where you are now?
So like my job now, I'm a professional freestyle footballer. So like I've never ever played football before, but I've spent the past like nearly 15 years now just specialising in all the tricks. So it mostly I started when I was 16, but from the age of 17 I used to street perform in like Belfast and Dublin, like just to make a bit of money. But when I was street performing, I was sort of like getting used to performing in front of crowds and doing my skills in front of people and in public and stuff. So I knew like from a young age that this is the career I wanted to do when I was older. But like I went to university, did like a business finance degree, got a degree, then moved to London. I got a job as a trainee accountant for 6 months. But like wearing a suit just wasn't really my thing, like, and I knew like after a few months of that I needed a change, so I quit my job when I was 23.
Can I ask, was this in the plan that you knew you wanted to do your own football thing, or was it just like you was just like London's got to be some suited and booted job?
So like all my mates from uni, for example, moved to London to start their careers. Like my brother was already here, like, so I was sort of just like, even though I knew deep down what I wanted to do, it's way harder to actually have the balls to actually go for it. So I was sort of just moving to London to like, right, admit to myself that I was gonna have a normal career sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But then when I was in London, I realised that it was like 2016, the Euro 2016 was around the corner and stuff, and I knew like I had about a 1 month window just to literally go for it, like. So I quit my job May 2016, and then things literally took off really from like June 2016 with the Euros. And then like when you fully commit to something, like it usually works out way better than you actually would have imagined. Once you have like because you wake up and you're like, the only thing I need to focus on that day is the thing I'm passionate about, and things just take off, like. So
okay, that's good. So what's the thing that you've learned that you wish you knew when you had started about this whole football?
Like the business side to it? Or
both, either.
Like there's a reason not many people do freestyle, and that's because it's very difficult to actually get good at it. And so like because I was so into it and so passionate about it, like practicing it 5-6 hours a day was fine to me. And if you practice that much, like, you are going to get good at it. But it's also the type of sport, if you want it to be your career, you do need to have a bit of a niche. You do need to stand out with it. So that's why I set up like a skill workshop business 5 years ago. So my main sort of thing now is like going into primary schools and like doing assembly presentations and performances and trying to like inspire younger people to like follow what they are really into, really. And so yeah, that's my main sort of thing now. But yeah, you got to be quite thick-skinned as well. It's like at the end of the day, like I do keep the uppies for a living. Like it's quite like it is quite niche. So there's going to be bumps along the road, like, but you need to be quite clever and stick to the process and trust yourself that you will like get there eventually.
When you say thick-skinned, what kind of things have arisen that you needed to have?
So it's mostly like, this is especially when I was a bit younger, like trying to convince like your parents, for example, that freestyle football is a legitimate career. Like, even though they trust you, like you know, deep down they're like petrified that their son is pursuing a career in keeping ups, which is fair enough on the surface, like, and same with like a lot of your friends and stuff. So you learn to like really just trust yourself, sort of cancel out other noise, but then like as you do get better and as you start achieving things and traveling like the world, people start to realize. So they sort of if anything, they pretend that they've been supporting you the whole time, like, but really you know, like, yeah, I mean, like, of course, like, your family will always support you, but from a young age, like, you do realize it's you against everyone else, in not like a bad way. It's just more like
you against
mentally, like, you need to be trust yourself, like.
That's good. So, dealing furthermore, what's the name of the company and where can people find you?
So it's called Freestyle Football Workshops. So it does what it says in the tin, like. So yeah, you find it on, like, yeah, well, you can Google it. But then my name is Jamie Knight, so I've got my personal Instagram is Jamieknightsfs. Same on Twitter, TikTok.
Do you want to spell that? So Jamie is
Jamie and then Knight, Knight.
Okay.
And then FS for freestyle.
Okay. And that's on Instagram,
TikTok, all that.
Okay.
Twitter.
So they see you and the kids.
Yeah, well, they'll mostly see me performing,
Okay.
like at stadiums and stuff like that. And then you'll also see my school business as well.
Oh. So wait,
Yeah,
you
so-
performed on, like, let's say Arsenal football ground and places like that?
Yeah, so my biggest performance, I did the Champions League final on the pitch in 2017, which is probably my biggest.
And how did that feel?
I loved it, like, so it was Real Madrid against Juventus. So I was walking onto the pitch just before kickoff, like 80,000 people, and the Real Madrid team were like walking off. So you have like Ronaldo and all walking by me as I was walking on the pitch, and people think I look like Tony Cruz. I don't really see it, but
Okay.
you might see it.
I don't follow football, so I can't say
Yeah,
who
right.
Tony Cruz is. Go on.
But anyway, Tony Cruz is on the pitch. Like, he's in the Real Madrid team. Yeah, so the whole Real Madrid team's walking past me, Ronaldo's walking past me, and then Tony Cruz was just staring at me for a good like 2 minutes as he was walking off, just looking at me like, holy shit, like, is this my long lost brother or something?
You got to answer to your mum. Mum, what's going on?
But I already knew he looked like me, so I was just staring at him too, like laughing, like, this is so surreal.
Okay.
So that was a pretty big one. And then I was the mascot for Euro 2020 as well.
Okay.
This guy called Skillsy. So they were like, tied in with the skill thing. All the cool stuff I did with my like performance career is what I sort of inspire the kids with when I go into schools. I'm sort of transitioning now into like the full school business now as I'm getting a wee bit older. But cool wee sport.
That's good. That's good. What does the future hold for you?
Yeah, so I'm actually 30 at the weekend, like.
A happy birthday for a weekend.
Cheers, mate. So like, yeah, the last 5 years has been more focused on like, you know, experiencing, traveling the world, performing. But now I'm sort of definitely more into the business side of things and really trying to grow this school workshop business into like potentially like a full-blown talent and event agency maybe in the next few years. And basically just cling on as much as I can to being able to do this as a living and
Well, it
hopefully
pays,
not
right?
have to get a real job. Yeah, no, it pays alright.
Yeah, and your parents seem happy now. They must be happy now.
Oh yeah, they always have been. If they tune in, they're going to be raging.
Okay, well,
But nah, yeah, they're buzzing.
well, we're coming to the end of the journey now, so we have to call it a day. But remind people where they can find you.
Yes, so it's my name's Jamie Knight, so Jamieknightsfs, and then my school business is Freestyle Football Workshops.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for that.
Absolute legend. Thanks for having me on,
And
mate.
we wish you well.
Cheers, bro.
We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.